What's happening? Welcome back to another video. This is that Gen 1 carbon that I did. He's from Newcastle, but I've got it back to have a look at today. So let's get into the video. Neville gave me a ring and said, I'm having some troubles with my board. He hasn't done that many Ks on it. And I was a little bit worried. I was thinking, oh no, that's no good. He said the motors are making some bad sounds. He put it up and sent me a quick video. And it sounded like noisy motors, magnets or something going on. So I said, anyway, stop running it. It was just lucky we had another mate heading towards me. He's 3 hours away. So it was just lucky that we had another bloke coming this way. He dropped it off to me and I ripped it apart. I've got some time lapse here I'll run through. So as I was pulling it apart, first thing I noticed was the metal bearings in the pulleys. They were absolutely seized. One of them was completely locked. I think it was this one. It's freed up now, but it was absolutely locked up and couldn't move. And the other one is almost on its way out. They are the metal case bearings. So these don't hold moisture out at all. And I'd say they were the cheapest possible bearings that came in this bound motor wheel kit. So these bearings were out of the pulleys. I'm so glad that it wasn't the motors. I slapped a new set of bearings in it and she's running smooth as ever. I was super relieved when I found that out, put some bearings in it. She's perfect. I've done 20 odd Ks on it now. Once I knew this thing was all sweet again, I thought, what a perfect excuse to pack up a few boards and head to Newcastle for the weekend. All right, so this is what I've got to try and fit in the van. Lucky we upgraded. So we're going to take Neville his board back, obviously. Now, you haven't seen me riding my 18S setup with the belt drives much lately, and that's because I've sold this. I've had this up for sale, and I really use this thing for a lightweight setup. I take jumping and I take ripping around, and I freaking love it. So I'm about to order the Apex trucks, got a few other parts coming, and the Bro deck will replace this very soon. So I'm really pumped on that. Now the Flux, I haven't even had a chance to do a range test or like a massive ride on that yet, but I have someone interested that really wants to ride that setup and might be interested in buying something like that. He really wanted just a DIY build more like this longboard setup on top here. So I'm gonna take that as well. I think he's gonna like something more like this because you can fit such a bigger battery in it and he wants range, he wants power. So I'm gonna take both of them and he can ride both and see what he reckons. I'm not gonna come home with this one or Neville's. And yeah, depending how keen he is on that one, whether he's super keen to take it or wants to think of a build or something like that. Anyway, let's load this van up and get out of here. Surprise, surprise, they didn't all fit. Don't tell Tara. So I had a couple of dramas getting here. I was only about 15 minutes out of Newcastle and the van overheat light come on. I thought, oh no, I just got the coolant problem fixed, I thought. So I'll let it cool right down, top it back up with water, see how we go. I just need something to eat, I'm starving. It's getting late in the arvo. An hour or so, the others are gonna turn up and yeah, we'll go for a rip. So let's go. Wow, lights on and everything. Nice. First ride on a EUC. Whew, and I'm sketchy. It's the next morning. We went for a group ride last night and we didn't get back till I think it was like 12:30. I got to bed in the van. We went for a good ride. We went to the pub, had a few beers, and yeah, just come back. A few of them wanted to check out the van, so we did a bit of a van tour. So this morning, Glenn is coming to ride the Flux. The rain has just started, so it's just sprinkling. It's a bit too wet out there. I don't want to be riding that Flux out in that just yet. She's still nice and new. So we're gonna go to that massive big car park that we finished a ride at last night. And yeah, get some riding. It's nice and smooth in there. So we'll go for a cruise and keep them dry. All right, so I'm back in the van. We had a ride and some of you are probably going to be disappointed, but I've sold the Flux. I know I didn't really do many videos on it, of riding it, but after building it, it just wasn't the board for me. Great board, great deck, if you want to keep all four wheels on the ground. I've ridden it a fair bit, but when I go out on it, I could not ride that for 100 kilometers range. I could not even do 50 on it. I don't know, I'm not enjoying myself unless I'm hitting a trail and I've got binding strapped in and I'm getting some hang time on and off gutters. And, you know, I can't ride a low deck. I want something, you know, that I can jump around on, slam the bottom across a gutter or a jump or whatever. So anyway, that's the way it goes. Not quite the board for me, but an amazing board for people out there. Like, it's still an awesome thing. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I can't really go for a ride today. The rain's out. It's going to be pretty wet out there. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Massive thanks to my members out there. I appreciate you guys so much, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.